keep getting water on my shirt. Now I've got a wet belly. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Tonight on Pretty Good Cooking, I'm gonna do, we're gonna do a meal prep episode. Oh boy! This is a Greek meal prep. It's like tzatziki chicken, that's hard to say. I almost want to replace all of the other consonant sounds with tzatz. So like tzatziki, tzitzin. Here's a picture of it. If anyone of you have done meal prep, you'll quickly learn that it's not exciting because you gotta eat the same thing all of the week. But Bag of Suck and Tyler Davis wanted to see it, so there's that. Also, it's good information, generally speaking. To start, I am going to preheat the oven to 450 degrees. I don't know why we're cooking it in the oven today, other than, I guess, health reasons. It's July, it's like in the 90s, and I really don't want to have the oven on, but here we are. Yeah, most people only cook in the oven. It's easier that way, because you can cook a bunch of things at once on a pan. So think of this episode through the filter of I'm trying to save time, not necessarily make like the nicest food. You're trying to make food that is tolerable, and a lot of it. The bar is low, but you still want to make something that is pretty good. Copyright. All rights reserved. Trademark. Here's a pack of chicken. That was $2 a pound. We bought 4 pounds. Basically, I'm just gonna chop all the chicken titties in half. I think that'll be fine. So I guess this is 10 meals. So 5 meals for 2 people, if you could tolerate eating that much. And honestly, as far as these kind of things go, this is probably one of the easier things to eat a lot of, because like it's got flavor, good for you, probably okay vehicle for hot sauce. While that's warming up the house, we will prepare our sauce. We will start with 1 whole cucumber. If you want to see a different recipe for this, we did it before, but different. I don't remember that recipe, but I know this one's different. So click over there. Gotta think about this as like, I don't know, quick tzatziki, quicksy, something like that. So I've got this colander here over the sink because we want to drain the moisture out of this bad boy. And we're gonna grate it. Grating it more finely is probably the way to go. It kind of depends on how chunky you like your sauce. Most people don't like it that chunky. So it's almost like pulverizing it. Be careful when you get to the end of the cucumber. Holy shit, there's so much water. Okay, well apparently I got a lot of the water out already. We'll put that there. I bet you making it in bigger pieces would make it easier to handle. So maybe you should do that instead of what I did. Alright, using a tool such as a spatula, you can kind of spread it out against the colander and then liberally salt this, like so. And let the salt do its work. You're gonna let it sit there like 10 minutes or so. The salt helps draw out the water from the cucumber. I'm gonna cook some farro with this. This is a grain, looks like that. Apparently it's wheat. We're gonna use the boil method. This is again convenience. You can cook according to the directions of the pack. Throw the bag in a pot with some water and boil for like 10 minutes. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna add some vegetable stock base to hopefully add some flavor. You can skip that step. This is about 9 ounces of farro. That's what's in the bag. Here's that vegetable shit. We used that in the 27 bean episode. I kind of just want to get it out of my fridge so I don't have to think about that god-awful soup that we made. Just the smell of the stock is bringing back horrible memories. And some water. Mix it up and get it boiling. Package says once it's boiling it'll take about 10 minutes. Then you strain it. Seems pretty easy. Now onto the vegetable salad. This is kind of just like a generic Greek mix. I suggest making it in a container that you can store. Such as a bucket. There's my bucket. We will start with some grape tomatoes, or cherry tomatoes. If you want to make things pleasant to eat, you can spend the time to slice these in half. Or, if you want to save time, you can just throw them in. But then you have to chomp on whole tomatoes, which is not everyone's cup of tea. If you want to create the illusion of variety, you can cut some lengthways and some short ways. What's the opposite of lengthways? Now that we got those tomatoes there, move on to our cucumber. We can use that last little bit that we grated. And I would just cut into like chunks that are kind of similar to the tomato. And then it's up to you if you want to peel your cucumber or not. Most likely, and this is just me kind of just guessing, I would think that there's probably some nutrition in the skin that's just based really off apples. So I don't know if that's true. I tend to peel them, but not today. So you chop however you want. Alright, next up is a red onion. I'd maybe just do a half a red onion. You can omit this if you don't like onions. Just bear in mind that onions keep differently than... they can get kind of weird in meal prep. But yeah, I'll just little half of an onion there. There's our Farro. Turn the heat down a little bit. Veggie stock smells good. Oh. Here I have sliced pitted Kalamatas. And the advantage of this, again time saving, is you can just plunk them right in. You don't gotta chop shit. It's nice. And you put in as many as you want. That seems like a fine amount. No, we need more than that. Okay, dressing for the salad. Rather than my typical bullshit of just throwing stuff in, I will show you that you can measure things if you use a spoon. So here's a tablespoon of red wine vinegar and a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and salt and pepper. If you would like to increase the flavor of this, you can add fresh herbs or seasoned herbs. Dry herbs is what I mean. Alright, let's give that a mix to incorporate it. You know the drill in the state. Looks a little heavy on cucumber, but it doesn't bother me. That's good. Let's set that aside. I think we're supposed to put lemon juice in that, right? Yep, that'll help. We're gonna put a whole lemon in it. Hold the solids. There's our lemon. Hip hip hooray. The other half. And mix again. Smells yummy now. A little bite. No, that's a lot better. In order to season this chicken, I'm gonna continue starting with this base Italian seasoning blend that I made. Then I'm gonna add more things and turn it into a Greek seasoning. You do this by adding garlic, onion powder, paprika, just a little bit, a dash of cinnamon, or a couple, dash of nutmeg, and then salt and pepper. That's a tasty seasoning.
How do you know?
Because of all the flavor we just put in it. Duh. Give it a mix. Or you could just buy Greek seasoning. Save yourself time. It looks like this. John Googled that. Alright, got my pan here. You can spray it with non-stick, or you can just put a bunch of oil on the chicken. The choice is yours. Something I was been thinking about with like these giant chicken titties is that a lot of times in a meal prep container you don't have room for like a whole chicken breast. So typically when cutting these down, I would butterfly them this way, lengthwise. But this I'm gonna do in halfwise, because we don't know what the opposite of lengthwise is. Do you know what the opposite of lengthwise is? I'm sure you can figure it out. Oh shit, that Farro's done. Farro's done, you can tell because there's like not much liquid left. There is in fact no liquid left. Wow, we'll just set that there. Alright, okay, we got a triangle, right? This is kind of like an isosceles triangle. You can't just cut it at the midpoint because that wouldn't be equal areas. So you want to cut it like maybe like 2/3, and what you end up with is like roughly the same amount of chicken. I'm not a mathematician, but I could be what I want. If you want to trim the fat, go right ahead. There's not really much fat in chicken breast to begin with, so I don't really think it's gonna matter. I did a f***ing terrible job with that one. Yeah, just eyeball it. Who gives a shit? Someday you're gonna be hungry though, because he didn't get enough chicken. Shit. Well, I'm dumb. I don't even know why I washed my hands. I gotta get this shit on here. You can add some cornstarch to your seasoning mix if you want it to stick better. Alright, we'll season them up here. That cornstarch will give you like little crispy bits too, which might taste good. Maybe. Who knows? Who gives a shit? It's meal prep. You're not in it for the flavor. You're in it for the cash savings. Alright, spray it again.
Why?
I don't know. Just do it. Pop her in. Oh boy! Like 15 minutes or so until it's fully cooked, like your mama. My head hurts today. Okay, cucumber's been sitting here for a while. You can use your spatula to push some of that extra water out. I honestly think at this point it's so masticated that like any water that's in there, like who cares? Meal prep, who cares? Curb your expectations. This is like almost unrecognizable as cucumber. That's weird. Here I've got Kroger yogurt. Kroger is Greek. I'm playing just like your homely mother. I'm gonna put roughly 2/3 of this yogurt into this container. So that will be 16 ounces or 2 cups. Thick and creamy, like everyone's mama. Doing enough milkshakes. And to that, we will add some garlic powder. Why garlic powder, do you ask? Because it's easy. Here is a shot of white vinegar, which I measured out because I have like a gallon and a half or something. Christ, why did I do that? Maybe just a twirl of pepper, some salt, and some dill. Here's some dill that I grouped, which I'm going to try to get like the fronds, the nice part off. You can add dill to your dill preference. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more than this fresh amount. So we will add that plus some dry dill as well. Oh my. If you use your hands for this, you will lose half the dill to your fingers. Here's dried dill weed. I'll just add some of that. But when you add dill weed, you have to think about the word dill weed, which sounds like dickweed. So I'm not too happy about that. And it's time to incorporate. You can stir, or if you have a locking container, you can just shake like a baby. Shake that baby. I think it might need more yogurt. We'll see though. Huh? Smells decent. It's actually, oh, I forgot olive oil. I was gonna say it tastes too much like yogurt. So you need a couple tablespoons actually. And this really like will smooth out that yogurt texture into something much nicer. At least 2, probably with this amount we'll go 3. Also, like typically there's lemon juice in this. That's what the vinegar was replacing. Yeah, that's a lot better. You get like a shinier, smoother sauce. That's good. See how our chicken tits are doing? Look okay. Go a while longer. Well, I think we've hit the efficiency point. We've got our salad, our sauce, our farro, and the chicken's almost done. So after that, it'll just be bundling up for the week. So we'll be back after a word from our sponsor. Hey, I'm Phil, and I sponsor the show by buying ingredients for the show. Let's see if them chicken titties are done. I can show you the meal prep way of testing. Find the biggest one and cut into it. If it's done, they're all done. Nope. Shit. That'll only take a couple more minutes though. This has the added advantage that the one you cut open that wasn't done will cook faster. Wow. That, my friends, is a food hack. Food hacks, food hacks. In another few minutes, that one chicken looks done. So now that you've tested that one, test the second to biggest one. And it's done! Hooray! Your meal prep's done! Now, I strongly suggest letting your chicken cool before packing it away because that is what health code people believe in. So give that a second, let it cool down, and since you worked so hard to meal prep, treat yourself to a vodka martini with a lemon twist. Oh my God. Most people meal prep. Most people meal prep on the weekends, but I didn't. Oh, whoa. Oh, for a minute there I thought I was just gonna fucking throw up. It felt just for a minute there, I just thought it was gonna be like, alright, let's plate her up, let's put it in a container. If you're one of those fancy pants shits, you can use one of the containers with compartments. I don't have those. Also, I ain't fancy. So here's how you do it. Get yourself some farro. Just a little bit, you don't need too much. Take your knife and stab a chicken. Oh yeah, baby. Add the veggies. You gotta think about the sauce and whether you want it in there or not. Because basically, if you choose to heat this up, then you're gonna have microwave yogurt, and that's kind of gross. So maybe you put it on the side, or you just don't care. Isn't that nice? Look at that healthy meal prep. You'll probably lose weight in that, because you'll be so tired of eating it, you won't feel like eating anything at all. Also, it's healthy. That's how you do it. Rather than f up the bowl that I just packed, I just made my own dinner here in this bowl. That explains the lack of continuity between me tasting that one and this one. Little farro. I really like that. It's really tasty. Chicken in a sauce. Really yum. We're already trying the veggies. It's good! Alright!